Greetings, lords and ladies, Kaiser here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play, this time of Mountain Blade Warband Viking Conquest Reforged Edition. That's gonna be a mouthful. I'll just, from here on out, it's Viking Conquest, that's it. This is the grand winner of the poll series that I did on the YouTube channel. It was actually a very close call between doing the A World of Ice and Fire, the newest patch, so I believe it was 8.1, or this, and you guys picked this one just in time, I believe, until the poll was over, because yeah, it was getting quite close there. At any rate, let's jump into a new game over here. So, young men build the future. Okay, never mind. You guys did suggest that we do the storyline campaign, because apparently from the storyline campaign you can actually continue on to the sandbox game, and that sounds perfectly awesome to me. Choose a campaign type. Storyline campaign. Start as a protagonist in a story. Due to certain permadeath results, Iron Man save mode is not available. Certain permadeath results? Wait, so you can actually just flat out die and that's game over? Uh-oh. Sandbox campaign. Start a long, totally free play game. Lordly sandbox campaign. Start as a lord. And what is the royal one? Can't really see. Warning, the beginner and hardcore options for the setting can't be disabled anymore after you click continue. I see. Thank you. So, storyline. Oh, there we go. Royal Sandbox. Start as a king. Difficulty type. We'll actually just go through everything. Recruitment, I believe we'll leave on normal. You can stop telling me that. At beginner level, when you ask permission to recruit in villages, the answer is always positive and without cost. Aha. So this means we're actually gonna have to talk with people in order to recruit. Basically ask them, is it okay? You know, one thing I noticed when I went through this entire thing, plus playing for like the while that I was playing, unknowingly recording essentially nothing but background noises, or rather white noise, is that it's quite similar actually to World of Ice and Fire. So it's basically you guys getting your cake and eating it as well in a way. At beginner, okay, so leveling, at beginner level, improving troops is easier. I'm absolutely fine with them needing a bit more experience before they level up. Not to mention, you guys know that I love the training feature, or rather the training trait. So it is absolutely fine that it takes a bit longer. Budget. At beginner level, the wages of the player's troops are reduced by 40%. Additionally, the loot amount in monasteries and the chance to capture ship are increased. I think we'll keep this on normal as well. 40% reduced wages is kind of OP. That's quite a few levels of leadership already just built into the game. I would rather be forced, or rather not be forced, but rather have to make a choice whether I want leadership trait and get the wages down a little bit. Player damage reduced to 1 point. Nope, I am going normal with that. Friends damage also normal. So we're gonna be receiving as much damage as the enemy is. And honestly, so are our troops. Yes, I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot here, but I prefer playing everything on normal usually. What is combat AI beginner? Set how well troops fight. They fight worst at beginner level. We'll do normal. Tactical speed. What is this? Set the running speed of troops in battle. This setting affects the player and all game characters. I am going to... not slower, but just straight up normal. Again, yeah, you're gonna notice that I'm doing everything on normal. We don't have to run in the game, but I do believe that, yeah, there is a stamina setting if we want it. Campaign AI affects many aspects of the game, like size of bandit parties, renown loss in battles, chance of recruiting lords, taxes, how lords get reinforcements, how lords respond to the player's requests. Again, we'll just go normal. I'm just curious what these do, so that anybody that's new to the game, to the mod, actually it's an expansion technically, it's not a mod, huh? Bandit parties. from now on, spawn 33% less or 50% more bandits, raiders, etc., etc. So normal is... okay, so less would be 33% less, or if we were homicidal maniacs, so to speak, we would go more and they would have 50% more bandits, raiders, etc., etc. I mean, later in the game it might be a bit boring if they only have like 20 or 30 units per party, but something tells me that if this is what I feel it is, it's going to be a challenge either way, so we do not need those more. Stamina. I am torn on this one. I will be completely honest with you, because stamina in a World of Ice and Fire sometimes annoyed the living hell out of me. Stamina is calculated from health and athletic skill and affects physical endurance during battle. When a character's stamina is exhausted, he or she won't be able to run and his or her weapon's damage will be halved. So yeah, basically a World of Ice and Fire. The setting affects the player and all in-game characters. Now, see, it says all in-game characters, but I just do not remember the enemy AI in arenas, no matter how long they held their shields up, getting tired. Because if this is the same way, then yeah, even holding your shield up to defend yourself from arrows, etc., etc., eventually exhausted you. Can this actually be turned off, I wonder? Like, it said the warning was that you can't decrease or increase difficulties and things like that, right? But I think stamina and stuff like this you probably can? Hopefully. But for now, just to make it a little bit more challenging, yeah, I'm a masochist sometimes, I guess. We'll go with stamina. Gear effect skills. What is this? A realism feature. Your skill points will deteriorate when you equip heavy armor. This skill brings better balance to the game. Skill points will deteriorate when you equip heavy armor. As light troops become more important, other equipment may have positive effect on skills. The setting affects the player and all game characters. I mean, again, isn't this just how quickly you get exhausted and things like that? Skill points will deteriorate, but also increase. I guess some armor, if I remember correctly, again, I'm comparing this to a World of Ice and Fire because of all the similarities. But yeah, I think that's fine if we keep those, so that it makes us choose what to actually wear. Shield Bash, sure. Might come in handy, especially in arena fights and whatnot. Attack while holding your shield. Default is hold right mouse button. That is usually how you defend, correct? And left mouse button. So hopefully I don't get trigger happy and just click the left mouse button by accident. The short delay is meant to keep the player from mistakenly executing a shield bash during normal fighting. Aha, so there's a delay. Good to know. The AI will also be able to use this ability. As long as they don't cause me to lose my focus longer than they do. Actually, I do a lot of arena. You guys know that. Like, in my free time, I do like training myself up, getting some money, etc., etc. in the arena. And in the arena, usually what happens is that a whole bunch of the guys just rush straight at you. Same thing happens in tournaments. That is something they actually fixed in Bannerlord, which I'm very, very thankful for. Basically, in Bannerlord, at least that's what I've noticed, is that the AI actually prioritizes those that are closer to them. So even if the enemy is staring right at you, if there's an enemy right behind him that's about to hit him in the back, they will turn and actually fight that guy instead. Because if you remember Warband AI, basically they just tunnel vision straight on top of you and rush towards you. And usually that happens with multiple people at the same time. So in tournaments, you sometimes just have 5 people rushing straight towards you, even though there's 3 allies in between you and them. So I'm actually going to be turning that one off now that I think about it, because one of them will shield bash you, the other 4 will kill you. That is not fun. Wounds. The player may receive specific... You know what? Yeah, I actually like the wound system, especially... It didn't matter as much once we got ourselves a healer, but it makes absolute perfect sense that, yeah, you would get physically injured. You would have to see a physician of some sort to get better. Physicians in larger towns will treat these wounds for a price, after which they will heal within a few days. Any negative effects will then be removed. If wound is not treated after some time, it will change to a scar, and the negative effect will then be permanent. So as soon as you get injured, you definitely want to get that fixed. Blood loss. Wounded troops takes damage from blood loss. This setting affects the player and all game characters. Now, this one I can say for sure actually does affect AI characters as well, because I have seen them just drop. On the other hand, if you just get an unlucky shot at the beginning of a fight or something like that, and you just keep bleeding throughout the entire fight, like, eventually you're gonna fall. But it does add to the realism, doesn't it? You know what? Sure, we'll do that. Damageable equipment, another realism feature. Equipment may get damaged in battles depending on its stats and the weapon maintenance skill of the party. Oh, okay, so we have a weapon maintenance skill. Moreover, weaponsmiths and armorers offer to repair your equipment. The setting affects the player and all game characters. Now, I'm hoping this is basically, it doesn't matter how many times you repair your weapon, because that would be nice. I'm just hoping that is how they do it, and it's not something like in Diablo 1. I think it was in 1 at least. Maybe it was in 2 as well. When you basically use your blacksmith skill to fix your item, the actual max durability of the item just gradually lowered. It doesn't say anything about that here, so I'm hoping that's not the case. So the durability will always be what it is, and you can fix it as many times as you want. Which, again, granted, you know, the more times you hit a piece of steel, or rather wreck it, the less durable it is. But still, rest improves morale. Your army needs regular rest in a settlement, your campsite, or your refuge from time to time. Lack of rest will lower your troop morale, while resting will improve it. Again, this is something out of a world, or rather, not out of A World of Ice and Fire, but that A World of Ice and Fire also has. I can't decide how I feel about it. It makes perfect sense having to rest your units. But if you're so low in morale, so basically below 50, when people already start leaving your party, and you're forced to rest somewhere in the middle of enemy territory, you're kind of, you know, screwed. But on the other hand, it does make perfect sense, and it does kind of force you to rest up your army before going on some sort of a campaign or something, which I'm not sure if the AI, because this one, it doesn't say it, right, that the AI is also affected by it, because the AI will continue moving forward no matter what. So if you're following a marshal that's currently leading a campaign in enemy territory, he's gonna keep going. He is not going to care whether or not you need to rest your army. So yeah, maybe that one we leave alone. I'm hoping we can turn these things on and off later in the game. We'll see. That's actually something I didn't check. But if it is possible to change these things, you guys can leave it down and leave a comment down below. What do you think? Should we turn the everything on, or rather just shield bash? That is the one thing I will not turn on. I'm sorry. Like, should we have the morale increase / decrease or not? Let me know what you guys think. Battle size. The battle size is 150. Performance setting. Limits the maximum amount of troops on a battlefield at once. If you experience low performance in big battles, you should try to reduce the battle size. A battle size above the engine maximum of 300 could cause problems. Okay, so we can go to at least 300. There. 300, perfect. For additional settings, you can try the video options available in the game's menu or accessible during the game by pressing escape. Alright, so if we actually choose to change this anytime, we can do that as well. I might try going up to 500 and see how it works, like if it's gonna be crashing the game or not. If it doesn't, I might keep it on 500. But again, I'm just thinking back that the larger scale battles that I had in A World of Ice and Fire, etc., and not just that one, but other mods as well, it did sometimes cause problems. Hopefully it doesn't here, but we'll see. Disable scenic menu, disable the 3D view and settlement village menus to improve the loading time for slower machines. We'll see if we have a slower machine or not. But I am curious as to the architecture that they put into the game. That is always nice to see, so I would like to keep that on, at least for now. Insane difficulty. Special settings. Your enemy will cause double damage while you cause only half. Let's not do that. Add decapitation to battles. I don't think YouTube would appreciate that, so let's not do that one either. Replace music in battles, disable music in battles, and add more ambient sounds. Huh. Do we want more ambient sounds, or do we want some music that will possibly pump us up? Let's actually leave this for now. Player division, I don't know what will be just yet, but consider it for bodyguard division. Sets the player as commander of the chosen division. This division will set up immediately left and behind the player on hold and follow commands. Wedge will put player on the point. Consider it for bodyguard divisions. Okay, but there's not a bodyguard division here. I'm a little bit confused as to how this will work, but we'll see. Disable complex formations. The divisions. I just hope the complex formations are not bugged. That's all I'm hoping for right now. The divisions of the player's army will not adopt the formations of shield wall, wedge, or square. Moreover, the F4 menu that contains these selections will no longer appear. I did like these when they worked. We'll see if they work. If I remember correctly, like in the last age when I was playing it, sometimes the men just did not know what to do. But in A World of Ice and Fire, I believe they mostly worked as intended. The default ranks formation will only be accepted when the player closes ranks beyond the point needed to make a shoulder-to-shoulder line. Let's actually just keep that. Auto-turn army to face enemy. Sometimes this can be annoying because your army just keeps reforming, and you know, if you have archers in the back, a spear wall or something in the front, and the enemy keeps turning, like the center will you have to make sure that the center of the spear wall is at least on the side facing towards the enemy, because otherwise eventually they're gonna turn to the point where your archers are actually in front of the shield wall, because they'll be turning towards the enemy as well. Because for some reason, at least that's what I noticed in A World of Ice and Fire as well, and most other mods, when you have something like this turned on, the army groups actually switch their which way they're facing separately. So it's not the entire army actually moving around and keeping formation, but it's just every group that you put somewhere, those groups are going to be turning about. So you end up with something wonky, like archers on the side instead of cavalry, possibly behind the shield wall, and then cavalry somewhere like completely behind your lines, or something of that sort. For example, with an option off and the player facing away from the attacker, infantry will set up on the right flank rather than the left. Wait. When multiple divisions are placed, they will set up to face the center of the enemy forces. Without this option, they will set up along the facing that the player has when he/she places them. Although individual divisions will still turn to face the enemy. For example, when the option off and the player facing away from the attacker, infantry will set up on the right flank rather than the left. When multiple divisions are placed, they will set up to face the center of the enemy forces. Without this option, they will set up along the facing... Okay, so maybe we actually do keep this on, because according to this, otherwise your army will just face in the direction that you put them, and that, again, can be its own problems now that I think about it. Okay, we'll leave that on. Player's enemies only attack. The army opposing the player never takes a defensive position at the back of the map, but will always charge the armies of the player and his/her allies. Now, you guys know me, I do like myself some skirmishing with the enemy and essentially forcing them to come down, or if we have an overwhelming infantry or cavalry force, just charging at the enemy. So I'm fine with that being the case right now, as long as I'm hoping we can actually turn this off if I notice this, but a lot of the times, especially, I believe I actually turned this thing off, or rather on, in one of the other mods that I played, because even when the enemy attacked you, as in they are the one that chased you down on the campaign map, and had a larger army than you, aka they had 2 reasons that they should be attacking you, and they just took a defensive position. If that happens in this game, I plan on turning this on and just have the enemy always charge at us, because if there's one thing that's annoying, it's you not being able to retreat from an enemy that attacked you and then refuses to actually engage. That, I do not wish for that to be the case in our game. Alright, finally through the settings. Sorry, that took a little while. We are in the... But I wanted to make sure we actually get through the entire thing, and I explain my thoughts behind it. We are in the 9th century. Long gone are the lights of Rome, absorbed by the tide of time. Yet several centuries remain until the golden age of knights and princesses to come. It is a brutal, dark, and ruthless era of raw strength and survival, where men go to bed every night praying to see a new day. It is the age of the Viking, the clans of Ireland, the ascension of Wessex, and the emergence of the kingdom of Alba. It awaits you. Alba, by the way, is basically Scotland. Anybody that didn't know that. Okay. Let's see. Be careful with your choices. They will affect your attributes, skills, and dialogues, among other things. Okay. You are a youth. You are full of energy and eager to change the world around you. So we are either young... between 16 and 22. I would prefer us being an actual adult, so between 23 and 40. You're an adult. You're at an age where a reasonable amount of experience and health meet. Correct. According to Galen's ancient temperaments, your personality is sanguine. Okay, so that's... Oh, okay, so this is where the actual story starts. Let me actually just see Anglo-Saxon over here. Foreigner. You can just pick foreigner, and that's it. Okay. Scoto-Pict. So, the Picts... Britain, Irish, Frisian, Norse, Anglo-Saxon. I mean, we're playing as the Vikings, right? So we gotta go Norse. We gotta go. Let's see, gender, we will be male. Height, you know what? I like to think of myself as tall, even though I'm probably not. I'm an average dude, honestly. But I absolutely loved the scene in Viking Season 1 where they attack the first monastery, and coming through the door, they actually managed to make the shot to make it look like they're actually gigantic in comparison to the Anglo-Saxons that were there. That was pretty cool. I like that. That's why, yeah, we're going with tall. Okay, according to Galen's ancient temperaments, your personality is sanguine. Its element is air, and its Hippocrates humor is blood. It is associated with people who are optimistic, imaginative, artistic, cheerful, sociable, rational, and pleasure-seeking. These people are also forgetful, impulsive, and unpredictable. Phlegmatic. It is associated with people who are calm, compassionate, self-content, reliable, shy. Nope. Melancholic. With people who are introverted, sensitive, intuitive, creative. What's the last one? Choleric. It is associated with people who are persuasive, egocentric, extroverted, independent, charismatic, and ambitious. I mean, that sounds like a Viking to me. These people are also insistent, impetuous. Impetuous? I'm actually not sure how to pronounce that one. Bad-tempered, restless, and touchy. Okay, so we're not gonna be very good with diplomacy, I suppose. With that in mind, should we actually go for this one? Self-content, not really. Calm, compassionate, not something a Viking would be, is it? Shy, observant, and consistent. Consistent is a good thing. Are also resistant to change, distant, relaxed, and reserved. I think we just go for choleric, honestly. Alright, according to the 4 cardinal virtues recognized in the writings of classical antiquity, you most often exhibit wisdom. Also called prudence, it governs actions according to the dictate of reason in order to choose the right response to any situation. Wisdom implies the ability to judge in advance the probable consequences of one's actions. What else is there? Fortitude. Courage. It ensures firmness during difficulties and consistency in pursuit of goals. It is the strength to make a decision based on moral convictions, whatever the consequences. Temperance. Restraint and control over passions and desire. Nope. Justice promotes rewarding good and punishing evil. We're actually going to go with fortitude. Your family, you were born years ago. Okay, so this is the usual. Let's see. Noble, merchant, craftsman, priest, peasant, outlaw. We'll go with, sure, why not outlaw? Learning while a child, oratory, I believe, is going to give us some goodies. Like trade and things like that, stealing, farming, crafts, martial arts, actually. I mean, we are a Norse, I guess. We would be learning how to fight, so that makes sense as well, right? This is probably going to give us some additional strength as well. Vacation. Though this one might be good for training. Let's just go with martial arts. Vocation. Landowner, hunter, traveler, priest, slave. We'll go with hunter. Traveler's probably trading. Yeah, religion. We are pagan for sure. Alright, let's see. You're a Norseman, a member of the pagan peoples native to Scandia, who raid the coast of Europe. Yes. You were born years ago to an outlaw. Oh, our father was an outlaw. So this is not us. Let him be a craftsman. To a craftsman, your father's ability to make beautiful and useful things were always highly valued by the community. You grew accustomed to live with some comfort and luxuries, and you can tell a hammer from a mallet. Lovely. Your family believed in the Scandinavian gods. You soaked up all the stories, told far into the night with everyone gathered around the fireplace. You're a staunch believer of the old ways. Your worship gives all the deities their due. Odin, the chief god, Thor, the god of the sky and thunder, Freya, the goddess of love, and all the rest required to oversee all the disparate processes of the world. You spent your youth as a page at a nobleman's hall. You were chosen to be a companion to one of the wealthiest noblemen of the kingdom, so were given a place at the hall. Serving the more senior members of the household, your first lessons were in humility. In compensation, there were all sorts of entertainments. Chess games, gossip, bards, visiting to recite the poems of great deeds and loves. You were drawn most by the world of conflict and competition. You played rough games with other children, batting each other with sticks as swords. Such games provided you invaluable lessons for your current life. Formerly, you were a poacher. Unsatisfied with common men's desperate desire of wealth, you took to your local lord's own forts and helped yourself to their bounty, laws be damned. You hunted stags, boars, and geese and sold their meat under the table. You cut down trees right under the watchmen's noses and turned them into firewood to warm many a freezing home during harsh winters. You found that honor is easy enough to barter away for a few hard-to-find silvers. When the hard times came, you foraged for food and became an expert at finding edible plants in the wild. Okay, so we're gonna get some foraging out of this as well. Continue. Alrighty. Yeah, that's already plenty of strength. But I do want to try and round up everything as much as I can. Which with 4 points is gonna be slightly problematic. I wish to have intelligence too, but that means strength stays 16. On the other hand, I can round up all 3 of these nicely. So tick, 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 tick. And just leave intelligence for now. And increase intelligence as we go. Let's see. Seeking. Every point increases the maximum number of ships you can command. For now, I believe 1 is enough, but we will certainly want to increase that one. Party skill navigation, party map speed on sea is increased by 5% per skill level. Iron Flesh, each point. Okay, so this is classic. Oh, we already have 5. That's nice. Power Strike, also good. Power Draw. I mean, we're a beast already as far as a warrior goes here. Weapon maintenance. Okay. This is a party skill. Adequate maintenance of your equipment will lower the chance of it breaking in battle. Each point of this skill reduces the probability of breaking by 7%. Okay, so we're already at 5. I'm guessing because our father was the craftsman. Weapon Master, yeah, that increases proficiencies. Athletics, 6 already. Good God. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we can actually upgrade that further through agility if we wish to do so. Riding, looting. The skill increases the amount of loot obtained by 10%. I mean, looting sounds like a good thing to have as a Viking, right? I'm actually gonna give myself one more level of... Wait. I thought it was every 3 levels. Did they change that? What the... Huh. So you get... Every point adds +1 to hit points. The following skills cannot be developed beyond 1/2 of strength, iron flesh, power strike. Oh, 1/2. Okay, so it is 1/2. So we can have iron flesh 9 if we so choose, but I would rather not. I was just curious how that one worked. I'm sorry, I did not notice that one before. Okay. What's the max level then, though? Is it like 15, 20? Huh. Leadership already on 3. That's pretty nice as well. And reduces troop wages. So that's already additional. Nice little addition there. Wound treatment, inventory management. That is something I always like to have at least in the beginning. Pathfinding, tactics, tracking, trainer. I'll do that one. Looting is also a party skill, so maybe we leave that to one of the companions that we get. By the way, if you guys know of any good companions, like what each companion should be doing, technically speaking, please do let me know in the comment section so we can correctly assign our companions to certain skills. Also, I just realized I'll have to try and find if there's any sort of companion, what is a companion ring going about, because certain companions will of course not get along with other companions, so I'll see to that I find that. I'll do one more power draw, or 2 more power draw. 1 more into power strike, and that'll be it for now. Survival at first will be important, so that's why I went a little bit heavier into the physical aspects. I'm not sure what we'll actually be getting, because everything is equal here, so it's not really showing us, are we gonna have a bow and arrow, because we were a hunter. That is my guess, so I am going to increase the archery a little bit here. And we need a name. A name. I don't want to do something like Ragnar or Rollo. Those were 2 famous Vikings, but I would rather... Let me just check real quick. Just a moment. Alright. Now, even though this name was, I believe, also used in the series, I think it was actually his son, I do like the name Björn. Let me just see. Can I make the special character? No, that's not the one. It's the wrong one. Björn. There we go. At least I hope that is one of the versions that I've seen online, but I do know that it's supposed to be like that crossed out O in the original, which unfortunately I do not know how to do, so we'll just go with Björn. Yes. Done. Just your favorite. You know what? We'll do randomize a couple of times. See if something cool comes out of this. Good God. Okay, nope. I wish to have a badass beard. You know what? Sure. This looks acceptable. Yes, I even like the tattoos, even though there's basically an eagle right on his face, and his eye, I guess, is supposed to be the eagle eye. Which kind of, in that case, we should have named him Arne, which apparently means eagle. But we named him Björn because that means bear. And he is a big boy. A big bear. No, I'm still gonna keep that. He has the eye of the eagle, but let's say the courage of a bear. Done! There we go. Here we go, guys. We're finally getting into the game. I will actually make this episode a little bit longer, specifically because of how long it actually took to get to this point. Alright, here we go. You can't sleep. You can hear the constant crunch of the boat hull, smell sea brine, and feel the breeze caressing your face, but your eyes are closed and refuse to open. And your mind keeps dreaming, remembering other times, a past life that feels far away, and that you remember less every day, even though not many months have passed since your departure. Now, the future is uncertain. Your journey has brought you to the Frisian Sea, hoping to find news about an old sorcerer who takes care of all ills because your mother is sick. For her, you left everything behind, a world you knew like the back of your hand, and paid for passage on a north boat, a paunchy merchantman. It's slow and clumsy, but its captain has promised to take you to the remote part of Friese, where the sorcerer lives. Your mother travels with you. Nobody else has joined you. Her illness progresses, and there are days when she no longer recognizes you, but she appears to be completely sound at other times. Okay, so dementia. Every morning you wake up not knowing which day it will be. Will you be able to converse with her, or will you have to tie her to a post so she does not fall overboard? You need to wake up, though your eyes oppose you and your mind bows with fever. One more effort. Your eyelids obey. Okay, we're awake. Captain.
West to Hall, Björn. Are you well today? You were moving violently in your sleep and saying incomprehensible things. My sailors thought you were being tormented by a spirit.
Where am I? What is this place?
Oh, this is bad. You don't remember anything? My name is Avol, Nilf. I am the captain of this ship, the Wooden Rick. You embarked with us in Friese some weeks ago, paying well for us to take you on.
It's coming back to me about why I am here? Nope, yeah, this one.
Now, I'm really starting to worry about you. I don't know the details, but do know that you worry for your mother. She is sick, and you are taking her to a priest of great healing ability in the Frisian port, where we are going.
Thanks. But it's night out. Shouldn't we be under full sail? The boat is not moving. What is happening? Why have we stopped?
We found a bit of a wreckage, some half-sunken ships. Looks like there was a fight here recently. I have my men checking out the situation and looking for survivors. Poor bastards wouldn't have had a chance against Viking longships. We'll be on our way soon, though. Soon enough, though.
Oh, could we hurry it along? Whoever sunk those ships might still be nearby. Well, finally a bit of excitement. I think I'll go and help them. Yeah, probably get out of here? He stares at you for a second, then lets out a chuckle.
Relax, man. Your friend Bodo insisted on keeping watch. I doubt that fellow ever misses a thing.
Bodo? Yes, well, I'm still worried. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Sure, let's go with that one. We don't know who Bodo is yet, though. He nods.
If you had been one of those ships instead of this one, you'd want us to stop, now wouldn't you? It's the law of the sea, especially this sea. May we talk later, sir? I need to give some orders to my men.
Alrighty, in this tutorial you will learn the basics of movement, interaction, and combat. In Viking Conquest, you use the mouse to control where you're looking, and the WASD and to move. Your first task is go to the center of the boat. Well done. It didn't say that there was a tutorial included, though. Well done. Next, we will learn to interact with objects and persons. Near you, there is a man called Bodo. To find out who a person is, walk towards him, in order to talk to Bodo. Once you find him... Oh, that's our mother, okay? Mercenary Archer... Bodo. It will open doors, chests... Good day, Björn. It is good to see that you're well. You were giving us a fright. Talking in your sleep. I'd hate to be the one troubled by such dreams. I'm fine, thank you. No one needs to worry. Yes, I had a nightmare, but now I'm awake. All that matters is what's ahead. Well, I can't see how my affairs are anyone else's business. Since this is choleric, let's go with that one. Yes, we are finally near Friese. There, after all these days, we will part, for my journey continues on towards West Sax. For now, it's good to see you're up and about, friend. Remind me who you are. To tell the truth, my mind is still a little foggy. Why, I'm Bodo. I hail from Cantabria in the kingdom of Asturias, in the north of the land that the Romans called Hispania. We've become well acquainted on this voyage. Well, this must suck for you too, huh? But like to hear it again? Sure. perhaps some other time. I think right now I want to keep an eye on the horizon. I'm not as convinced as the captain that stopping here is a good idea. Oh, okay, so you and me both. I'm worried as well. I'm glad you're watching, my friend. What could be the harm of it, but to speed things along, I will help check out those ships. Let's go with the first one. And I'm glad to do it for you. We become such good friends on this trip. I'm sorry we will soon part. If we meet again in the future, and you need my help, you have it, my friend. God, it sucks that we don't know you then. It doesn't look good out there. Excellent. Next we will cover attacking with weapons. You can draw different weapons from your weapon slots by controlling scrolling forward with the wheel, or pressing one of the first numbers on your cavalry. What? First 4 numbers, but I am pressing them. There you go. Okay, so we'll just use the wheel. Good. We have a knife. By using your left mouse button, press and hold the button for ready an attack, then release the button to strike. If you hold down the left mouse button for a while before releasing your attack, it will be more powerful. Scroll down or use the number pad to bring your shield. Put it away. Okay, veteran. Hello. Good day to you, lad. The captain hired me to protect this ship. Here, on matters of defense, my word is the law. I see. You must be the veteran. Can I learn about fighting from you? Indeed you can. I don't have anything better to do while we aren't in combat. I can find you some opponents to practice with if you like. Or if you have any questions about theory of combat, feel free to ask. No, I don't have any questions. Let's just go. Let's see what you will do. If I may say so, I see great warrior in you. Some sailors have been idle since we stopped. Let's see if one of them could help us. A sailor will fight you. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Here you go, then. There we go. Defend. Strike. Defend. Strike. Strike. Aha! You missed. I missed. Damn it. Boom! Sailor knocked unconscious by Björn. Everyone back on the ship. Hurry! Okay. Oh, Woden, we're in trouble. What's happened? Shh, keep quiet. Listen, we're in danger. As we were watching you fight, 2 longships arrived. Now I can see the banner. It's Sven Bullneck. Ah, damn it. You'd better pray to whatever gods you worship. Hell, you may as well pray to those you don't. Won't matter at all if he catches us. I knew this would happen. We should not have stopped. Calm down, man. Tell me who is Sven? You've not heard of him? Sven's a Viking. Worse, a Viking's Viking. He burns villages and sinks ships and enslaves or kills everyone in them. Everyone. But it's worse for the one he chooses for a hideous death as a sacrifice to his gods. Heard of the Bloodhorn? The Blood Eagle? You don't want to know what that means. Now keep quiet. Oh yeah, I know what that means though. You notice his hands shaking from nervousness. I think they're passing by. If we stay still right here, they may just think we're another bit of the wreckage. That's our only hope. What? We should have already been escaping into the mist. Roman, for all it's worth. Please calm down, my friend. We mustn't make a wrong move here. Longships are fast. They're probably gonna catch us, so let's do that one. Now he looks scared. Sven spotted us! They're turning this way! Nothing for it but to move. Cut the anchor and start rowing. Oh, Woden, it's no use. Help! Oh, there they are. Don't worry, I have a knife. Bodo shouts, Björn, fight! I am yet with you. Okay. Okay, Bodo, where are you, by the way? There you are. Can I have the sword? I have a knife. Oh, no! No, Bodo! Oh, God. No! You could hear in my voice. That was a bad idea. But we were dead either way. Good God. Woden, Rick Sailor, killed by Danish elite Vikinger. Strange. You've been asleep, but you can't remember any nightmares. What you remember clearly are Viking warriors boarding the Woden Rick. plunging their weapons into the bodies of the captain and sailors. And Bodo, the Cantabrian, you defending himself like a lion until cornered. Nope, that's definitely not what happened. He had 2 javelins thrown at him, and that was pretty much it. You hear his words in your consciousness. Björn, fight, I am yet with you. You remember your death, when your enemies fell upon you. You still feel the wooden floor of the boat smash into your cheek before you could hardly breathe a goodbye to the world. Your eyes met with your mother's just before the end as a huge Viking dressed in iron, could he be Sven, cracked her head with his spear and threw her body to the side. You crawled, leaving a trail of blood, preferring to give your body to the fish, but you remember no more. Are you dead? But if you're dead, why do you feel the sore muscles of your body, or the heat from a nearby fire? How is it that you can clench your hands, open your eyes, and distinguish the beams of a roof over you? And if you're alive, who has saved you? Why? And how? Indeed, we are awake. Healer.
Ah, you're awake. It's good to see that you can still walk. You're lucky, foreigner. Some god has watched over you. When they brought you here, you were more dead than alive.
Who are you? How did I get here? Where am I? My head hurts. I do not remember anything since I fell overboard from the boat. Well, yeah, because nothing really happened.
You have been close to death, unconscious for 2 weeks. The Kinga fishermen found you near the coast, clinging to a plank. You were barely breathing, and your body was covered with wounds. They brought you here so that I would heal you.
The Kinga? Then I'm in Friese. Are you the old sorcerer, the man who can cure all diseases?
No, the man only could claim such fame. People from around the world came in search of cures at his door. They were so numerous that came up the trails to Dosinga. But that man died a year ago. I am Abe, his son, a simple healer.
A year ago, you say? Damn, I've lost everything. This trip has been for nothing.
Many, like you, have been here since the death of my father, leaving everything for their promise of a cure that I cannot give them. I'm sorry, but the skills of my father died with him.
Do you know if the fishermen found more people? Maybe my mother's still alive. I need to talk to the fishermen and ask about the other wooden rick passengers. Farewell.
They brought only you here. I don't know more. You should go ask in Dosinga. The village is near. You need to talk to Thorncreek.
Very good, healer. I'll talk to Thorncreek from Dosinga. Farewell.
Dosinga is near here. Good luck, foreigner. Thorncreek is a good man. He will help you.
Tutorial, tralala, quest by pressing Q to leave. Press the tab. Wait, do I have a... I still just have the knife. Welcome to Viking Conquest Reforged Edition. In the storyline, you start as a hero with an uncertain fate. Please read the following carefully because the gameplay varies slightly from the sandbox campaign. The story follows its own development path, and the decisions you make may affect the world around you in addition to standard game mechanics. This means you won't be able to freely join any kingdom or serve any king except when allowed to do so. The behavior of the kingdoms, especially those important to story and in history, will follow the chronology of historical events as much as possible. As a result, these kingdoms may not be destroyed if they were not defeated historically. Moreover, you won't be able to get rid of your companions, grant them fiefs, or make them vassals as long as you're playing the storyline. As many of your companions are important to many missions, it is critical that they remain a part of your warband. It took many months to build up and research Viking Conquest storyline using historical sources, sagas, there we go, and deep love for Viking world. We do hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. I am sure I will. In fact, hopefully so will you guys. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be ending the episode right here. Sorry that it took quite a while for me to get through all of the settings, explain everything, explain my thoughts behind it, and getting to this point right here. But that's going to be for the first episode. However, there will be 2 more episodes coming out this week on Wednesday and on Friday, so look forward to those when we continue this storyline, which you guys hyped up. I'm looking forward to this one. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I have been Kaiser. I will see you guys next time, and until then, as always, ad gloriam.